Welcome to another episode of Howdy ABX. It is silent season. Today is Blast Villain Day. It is 9/7/2023. Now, I'm going to talk briefly about the rotation you see above my head, and then I'm going to show you that in action so you can see how it's used. So, really quick high level, I'm going to be using Magneto. You're basically spamming all your skills besides for 5. You want to delay it until the bubble appears for that extra damage. 2 and 1, you can kind of give a half-second delay on just to get a little extra damage with the animations. Mostly, I kind of instantly cancel everything but 5, including his 6. In order to cancel today, we need to use the 5 skill. So make sure we're paying attention to the roar timers. The roar timers are going to be at 209 and either 116 or 126 on all seasons, and then 38 seconds for the last roar. So pay attention to that. If it's 10 seconds before that, because there's a 10-second cooldown on that 5, you want to wait and not use it. So let's go ahead and show that in action, and we'll go from there. Let me hide the rotation, and boom! So 5 right away. Bubble, 4, 2, 1, 3, and maybe hold down the auto attack or tap the auto attack until anything's on cooldown. As soon as anything is on cooldown, use it right away, including 7 and 6. You can cancel 6 right away. Like I said, these are all cancelable skills. If you want to try to use 1 or 2 last so it can have a few seconds, half second, whatever, that's fine. You see that big orb that appears from 5? That's what you want. You want to wait for that. This is why we jokingly call him Spamneto. And like I said, that first roar, look at that 10-second cooldown on 5. That first roar is at 209. So if it's 219 right now, do not use that 5. I am going to skip that 5 and hold it. You want to use that 5 as soon as he's targetable. So he's going to jump center here at around 209 unless he gets delayed, which he will not. He jumps center, and as soon as he's looking before that raise, go ahead and pop that 5. You'll see the silence come here towards the end. So that's about half of that bar we're able to silence. That's important. His next one, I can't remember for silence if it's 116 or 126. I know it's one of the two. I believe today it is 116, so 126 we do not want to use the 5 because we do have to hold on to it. Could you use your striker to cancel? Yes, but Black Widow is usually advisable for any ABX day because it does tend to increase that score. Alright, so this is the last time we'll use the bubble. We're going to hold on to it after this. Let's see if he jumps center at 126. We'll find out what today is. Nope, it looks like today is a 116 today, so 120. Oh, no, there we go. There we go. As soon as he is targetable, pop that 5. And remember, that last roar is 38 seconds. Knowing when your roars are and when to use your abilities is an important thing to know if you want to get as high of score as possible in ABX. I am using a controller here, so that's all that clicking that you're hearing. Fun stuff, right? Alright. That's usually the best way to do it right there if you do a 5, 7, 6. I mean, don't wait for it, but if you have it ready, it tends to give you a pretty decent score. Gotta pay attention to those skills. Pay attention to those skills. I'm wasting seconds by talking and thinking instead of just clicking and reacting. Okay, here's that last roar. So I'm going to save that 5. Don't use it early. He jumps center. As soon as he is targetable, there it is. That's the last cancel. And we're going to go ahead and spam for the rest of the time. Alright, let's see if we can bring this home. 15 million's my goal. I usually can hit about 15 million. And we'll talk about team-ups and alternate teams if you don't have Magneto. Since this is a seasonal uniform, you can only get it in December. It's the Krakoan Winter uniform for Magneto. I might fall short because I was busy talking and did not hit those skills as soon as they were on cooldown. Yeah, I was short of 15 million. I can do 15 million today. I'll rerun it afterwards, but paying attention to your skills over talking and getting distracted can make a difference. And with a spam character, when the procs land is random, so your score can be random. So yeah, I'm definitely rerunning that one. Let's talk about some additional information. I'll show you my account, show you my builds, recommended teams, and then alternate teams. So to begin with, showing my cards, pause it if you want to see them. I think it's important when you're looking at what people can do with their score, looking at their cards is important. How your cards are set up is going to affect how much you can do. X swords is another factor that is playing in, so here are my X sword effects. There you go. Let's go ahead and go into Magneto. So Magneto here, like I said, Krakoan Winter. It is a mythic uniform. Really quick uniform options. Again, you can pause it if you want to see what they are. Just going to kind of click through them all. I do this in all my videos, but as I make more of these, I figure I'll just show it. I do have a Mighty Rage on it. It does have Enraged. I think Enraged is better for ABX and ABL than the All Attack. And then, of course, it is a 0.9, so I could get that a little bit higher, but it's better than nothing. I've got a Destruction, Artifact, ISO 8 set is Power of the Angry Hulk. Make sure they're all 6 stars in red. Any of the attack sets, POA, Overdrive, or Hawkeyes would be good. What you use, either go with what you roll or what your account needs, because each of them have slightly different boosts, but we're not going to cover those details in this video. Again, Striker Black Widow is the best Striker for today. If you ever, Tier 4, if you ever well built, because your Striker does play an effect. So even though she's not a tight match for him, which is Destruction, she tends to do really good with ABX. So I've been using her based upon suggestions. Here are the Oath Blessings / Urus, trying to get out of the way here with my chair. And everything's amplified. So I've got a lot of Oath Blessings on them. I really like the character. If you're going to put Uru, make sure they're at least 5 stars. And overall info right here. Let me share the stats. Good to cap cooldown all the time on all characters, including Ignore Defense, but all of these cap stats here are good ones to cap. Remember, energy does not cap 99,000 from energy attack. Let's talk about team and alternatives. All right, and then I will rerun this after. So, Magneto works for his own leadership. He does increase all attack by 50, so you double support him. Mysterio, if you're going to use Mysterio, you need his Summer Mystery uniform. The Summer Mystery uniform, 2 things to point out here. 1, he's insight worthy. Give him an insight. 2, if you go to the uniform and you go to the uniform effect options, this is what you're after. So if you don't have this, don't use Mysterio. Use someone else like Cyclops' Phoenix 5, or even a team-up bonus with someone like, what's his name? I can see his face. We'll point him out here. Mr. Sinister. So supervillain allies, which would be Magneto. Increase basic damage dealt by 40%. I say it in all my videos, damage dealt is better than all attack, but you're also getting a 30% all attack on top of it. Great support character with an insight. He's just freaking gold. Great one to use. Again, seasonal uniform. Then you have Enchantress, War of the Realms. So with Enchantress's uniform here, I'm pretty sure it's the uniform. Let me double check the passives. It's hard to remember all this, so you want to double check. Yeah, none of the passives is what you're after. You're specifically after War of the Realms uniform, so without it, don't use her. Again, supervillains, you got that increased damage dealt and all basic attacks. So between the two of those, that's 80% increase of damage dealt. And then you have Magneto's leadership, which is 50. Then you have the 40% plus 20%, which is the 60. So you have 110% increase all attack on top of it. Nice team-up bonus going on here. All of them being higher ranked characters. You also get your 6-star characters below here, so you get these bonuses as well. Alternate teams for today. As mentioned, you could potentially use Mr. Sinister. You could use Malekith, War of Realms. Nowhere near as good as Magneto, but he's someone to consider. Mephisto does okay today. The other folks that I would consider, I don't think I would use anyone else. MODOK, surprisingly, with the newest uniform here, Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumanium, does do okay-ish. And I mean, I guess you could use Ebony Maw if you absolutely insisted on it. But those are not really optimal teams for today. 100% Magneto, and this team is the meta, and it is the best option. Cyclops does work as a lead / support if you're using one of the other characters who doesn't have their own leadership. But those are the only ones that I would even consider Fathom using today. I would probably say Magneto's #1, probably Malekith #2, followed by Mephisto, and then MODOK, if I had to guess. Now, since I don't have them built and I don't use them, I don't consider putting them on the team at all. Claw here does have this passive, increase critical damage by 30% for all allies. That's nice if you don't have enough damage, so I have seen people put him on the team before. And there is a team-up bonus with Mr. Sinister with Magneto, but again, without this uniform, I wouldn't even consider using Magneto. Maybe in future videos, if folks are interested, I can show you what he would do. So that's basically all the information. I'm going to go ahead and rerun, and I might as well leave the video up. So if you want to watch me rerun it and see if I can break my 15 million, which is what I'm aiming for anyway, stick around. Thank you for watching. Thumb up, comment below. It helps the algorithm. And may your ABX scores be as high as possible. So, yeah, here we go. A not talking rerun of seeing if I can hit 15 million, because it's going to drive me nuts, because I usually do that. Damn, that's even less. Gotta love the random. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's gonna frustrate me.